Game. Two health.
Play unless I.
Oh, I didn't hear anything until what you just said there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Basically, I don't ever play unless I'm queuing up with this one guy
Uh-huh.
that I've been playing with a lot, and because it's too it it's easier to deal with it like when you don't have to be defending yourself all the time. So like sometimes like he'll take one for the team and be like, "Yo, fuck off," because it's
Yeah.
it's just it's draining to like, especially. I mean, like I know you understand this coming from League, but it's like you know it's like a 45-minute to an hour investment of your time that you have to be like constantly
Mm-hmm.
like completely vigilant of what's going on in the game and also just like dealing with the worst kind of people
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, I also get that, like, League is different from a lot of games in that, like, it's not different from a lot of games, but it's unique in a way that, like, when you get behind, that puts you behind for the rest of the game, and you have to, like, live with every mistake that you make, and
Yeah.
that can be really frustrating sometimes. Whereas, like, if I'm playing Hearthstone, if I make a mistake and like the worst that happens is, oh, I lose the game, and that game took me like 15, 10 minutes max, and then I can just move on to the next one. Whereas League, I have to sit there for like half an hour to.
To play the game, even though no matter what you do, it's just like a waste of time.
Yeah, like there'll be points where I would just like die a bunch, and I'm just like, I don't even want to play right now, but I'm stuck here in this game, and I'm like, well, why am I playing?
Yeah, yeah. See, that the same thing happens to me in Counter Strike. It's just that usually it's not. Oh, there's never really a point in Counter Strike where you can't bring it back ever,
Mm-hmm.
except for like really small cases, but or a few cases. But for the most part, you can always turn it around. The problem, and I think the most frustrating part about it
Mm-hmm.
is that um, it's never the fact that you can't turn it around. It's that the people on your team just give up.
Mm.
So then you just have to deal with the fact that it's like you could turn it around if you wanted to, but like the morale on the team is so low that people just start messing around and like jumping off of stuff and trying to like 360 people, and it's just like we could really win if you just stop doing that,
Mm-hmm.
but at that point it's like, and so then I'm like, wait, why am I like trying to I'm trying to spend my time playing a game convincing someone else to play the game.
Uh-huh.
Why am I doing that?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just and then it's just, man, there's nothing like, and you can tell when you first get into a game, like after like the third or fourth round, like if it's going to be a good game or a bad game. It's just like there's nothing as disappointing as like getting into a game, fourth round comes around, and you're just like, man, this is going to be just one of those hour-long things where I'm just like, please just end it, just end the game.
Yeah.
But I have so much time invested in it, and my inventory is worth so much money.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I'm not bad at it. It's just like it's just not fun anymore.
Uh-huh.
I've actually, for the most part, I've been playing with these people lately, but it's me and this other guy, and then these three girls.
Uh-huh.
And man, like, there's nothing like they're just like they're a whole different animal in video games. They're just they're like so chill. And I'm just like, why isn't everyone else this chill? They're so nice. Like you buy them a gun and they say like thank you instead of go fuck yourself. And I'm just like, dude, So like I've just been queuing up with this guy and these three girls like every time I play now
Uh-huh.
because they're just nice and I'm like, well, it's cool, you know. Like nobody's telling me to go fuck myself. When I die, people are like, nice try, you know. Like,
Yeah, that's
but
funny.
like, and also now that you can't talk to the other team anymore, like they don't know that they're girls, so then you don't get all the like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're a girl and you're bad at video games talk. So you know, it's pretty chill. But yeah, like there are a few times when I'm just like, you know, I'll forget how bad solo queuing is, and I'll just be like, you know, like oh, you know, it's not that bad. I can try it out, and I go, and then I'm just like, nope, never again, never again, no solo queuing ever. But sometimes I just try to convince myself that it's not that bad, and then I remember that it is.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that Overwatch. I mean, I know it's not going to be different, like much different, and it's always going to like, you know, there are always going to be people. I mean, there were people that even when it was just out during the beta, like I was watching streams for it, and there were people, you know, that within like 2 days of the beta already thought that they had like the super meta down and they knew the most efficient way to play every character. And so,
Uh-huh.
you know, like you were doing it wrong immediately. And it's like, dude, I just got the beta. I
Yeah.
just got the not even released version of the game, and you're telling me that I'm playing it wrong. Like, so I know that's gonna happen, but I kind of figured that if I knew other people that were playing that were jumping on it, like since it just came out, it would be easier to like, you know, it's easier than like trying to like jump into Hearthstone or
Mm-hmm.
League or something like that, where it's like, you know, there's already an established meta, and like
Yeah.
you're never ever gonna catch up or like integrate into that group.
Yeah.
Also, it's much more like I don't know, it's it's less like League than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Or like, what was that other game there's another game that came out alongside it that was like Smite esque. Um, but I
What,
can't
a
remember.
Blizzard game?
Battle. No, no, it wasn't. I think it was Battleborn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one. I thought that they were similar, but they're not. Because Battleborn has like like AI characters in it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I didn't know anything
that
about that game. I just saw like ads for it sometimes.
yeah. It's kind of like, I mean, it's like Smite except it's first person, kind of.
Huh.
Um, or am I? Yeah, no, it's first person. But yeah, I thought it
Hmm.
was gonna be like that, and I just can't. I can't handle games like that.
Games like what?
Like, um, well, just like games that follow that kind of that like framework of like the lanes and
Mm-hmm.
like that whole like the league formula. Like it's
Uh-huh.
just not fun to me. But Overwatch is much more like TF2 in that it's like objective based, and like you have characters or like a multitude of characters that you can pick from, but they're not like TF2 in that it's not like a class. It's like each person is like pretty unique,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also it's like there's not a lot of downtime. Like I don't really, I'm not big on like the downtime of League where like it like Overwatch is almost like it's all team battles. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
there's
that's
not.
definitely something I get. That, yeah, during League there's time that it's less active than others. There's a
Yeah,
strange sort of flow to the game. Whereas Overwatch, it's pretty consistent.
yeah. It's like in League, there's like prep time,
Yeah.
for like, and I mean that's fine. It's just, and like I understand the appeal to that, but it's just not. It's not as interesting to me as like
Yeah.
it's a different set of skills. It's not a matter of skill in terms of like that's like a more of a skill in knowledge and like what is the best and most efficient way to you know prepare my character to kill other characters. But in Overwatch or Counter-Strike or something like that, it's like a physical like reaction time, like knowledge of maps, like that kind of thing that makes you better than someone else.
Hmm. Yeah. I think I still might like watch the professional League of Legends games. Some of them, I think I find that interesting, but like playing that, I'm not about. And it's funny because like I think maybe the reason why a lot of people are into League or they like League is that they think that they can reach that point where they're playing competitively or they're playing like with a group of players, but like the chance that they get to that point is so minuscule that it's just probably not going to happen. Like I was thinking about like how when you're actually playing with a group of people and you're coordinated, it's kind of like you're playing the real game then. Like you get
Yeah,
to communicate
you're
with
playing it.
people.
You're playing it how it was intended to be played.
Yeah.
You're playing it as at its like peak of like interaction and like cooperation.
Yeah. But the fact that you have to be like not even in the top 1% of players, like I am in the top 1% of players. Like you have to be in the top like point zero 0.01 or 0.001% of players to like really experience that is kind of dumb.
Right. Yeah, and that's exactly that's why I stopped or I haven't been solo queuing in Counter Strike because it's like because I mean really like one person on that team like not doing what they're supposed to do or not holding a site or like it's just there's always that one guy and you can like usually you can figure him out like pretty early when you're on the terrorist side like when you're attacking
Uh-huh.
someone will make a call, right? And like usually, if someone makes a call, you'll listen to them. It's not like one one person making all the calls usually.
Uh-huh.
So like, if someone makes a call to go to a certain bomb site, right? We're gonna take bomb site A.
Uh-huh.
There's always that one fucking guy that goes to bomb site B.
Uh-huh.
Always, because and it's always I'm like I always ask them, I'm like, do you watch a lot of competitive Counter-Strike? And they always say yes. And you know why? Because in competitive Counter-Strike, there's always this one guy, right, that is in the highlight reels of everyone's going to the other site, and then this guy gets 3 kills while people are rotating from site B to site A because they're taking site
Uh-huh.
A. And it's like they want to be that guy. They want to be, but most of the time, what happens is, we're going to take a site and they get 2 kills on us or something, and then it turns into a 2-on-3, and then there's only one guy. There's one guy that's on the other bomb site and can't rotate fast enough to help the other guy out. It's like,
Uh-huh.
but I can always tell. It's like there's that one guy that's just like he plays as an individual and like he wants to like he's like going for like his montage clips or something
Uh-huh.
it's just like, man, why don't I always say, like, I'm like, there's only 2 letters on this map and you picked the wrong one. Even if you didn't know the letters, like, you had a 50-50 shot and you chose wrong. but yeah, it's frustrating that like you can, and I guess that's kind of like